Hello everyone, welcome to AI Anytime channel. In this video, we're going to look at PyMuPDF for LLM. So PyMuPDF is a data extraction library. Basically, it's a library that has been used for data pre-processing. But now they have released a new version of it, which is very specific for LLM, large language models, right? You would have worked with multiple open source libraries and packages like unstructured PyPDF, so on and so forth, right? While building RAG or in also working with AI agents. Now, how you can work with PyMuPDF for LLM, and we'll see. I tried it out, and for me, it's an unstructured and LlamaParse killer. You probably don't have to pay now, money to LlamaParse for basically extracting text with, you know, with high quality and efficient retrievals, right? If you want to build a RAG system, you need this data to be extracted in a well defined format, so the retrievals will uh, work better, very efficient, and then the LLM can synthesize that. So let's have a look how we can use this. So what I'm going to do is PyMu PDF for LLM. We install this. You can see it's installing. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is import. So let's import PyMu PDF, and you can see it's done. Okay, now we're gonna bring up some files as well, of course. So let me just bring up some files over here. So one file that I want to bring is this one. Okay, so let me just bring up this file, and I'm gonna rename this. I'm gonna call this probably input.pdf. It's a PDF with some images and some text. We'll see how we can extract it. So the first thing is let's get all the text. So let me just write get all text, from this, and I'm gonna do, for example, md text equals get all text. It's not get all text, get all text. Okay, uh, in Markdown or in MD. So Markdown is one of the best, format to work with all the GenAI applications because they are like very well organized, and LLM basically understand that when you get something in Markdown. So even if you use LlamaParse and upload an input file, they have an option to get that in JSON or Markdown as an output, right? When you extract the text. So this is what we're gonna look at in this one as well. So when you do, you can see it's like have a progress loader kind of a stuff. And now what you can do, you can print that. So let me just print MD text over here. So I'm going to do MD text, and it basically prints all of your, very well defined format you see in a markdown format. So I have this PDF, uh, if I download this and show it to you, this PDF, you can see this is the PDF that we have. It says it's a case study by Massachusetts General Hospital. It's 76-year-old women with stomach cancer. That's the case study, and this has, of course, it has some, it basically it has some images and some text and etc. Right? Now you can look at how beautiful the output that text has been extracted. You have a 66 years old woman, John Mullen, presentations of case, and we'll see how this can also help us in multimodal activities. So for example, if you want to build multimodal racks, unstructured uses, partition PDF or tables, and you can get images out of it. We can also do this with PyMu PDF as well. So that's let's have a look at the uh, let's have a look at the next one, which is save that to a file. So let me just write here, save MD to a file. Now I'm going to use pathlib for that. So let's get pathlib. And now I'm going to use pathlib.path. And of course, you can just use output. You can see it over here. I'm not going to write text. I'm going to write bytes. So it should be write bytes. And I'm going to, of course, when you use bytes, you have to encode that. So I'm just going to use encode, and then we are good. Now, of course, it will show you. It says pathlib.path. It should be capital. My bad. pathlib.path, and you can see 9.13. If you just refresh this, you have an output MD. Now, if you look at this output, how beautiful this looks, right? If you look at here, so now if you get these kind of outputs, when you extract these kind of data from a given file, imagine how good, how efficient RAG you can build right on top of it. Now, this is fantastic, right? This is one thing that this is seriously a Llama Parse killer. I will not recommend Llama Parse after this, to be honest. You also they have because they are selling it now, right? We love open source, and these kind of development and innovations are amazing by PyMuPDF. Now, next is extract only specific pages. Let's see how we can extract one of the specific pages. So I'm gonna do MD text pages and use PyMuPDF, and then you can define the pages, like what pages. So basically, it's a list item that you define, which says okay. And let me just print that pretty quick. Now it says, okay, I need between, first page, and the index starts from first, so first to second, and it basically gives you the page over here that you see, right? It says gastroesophageal surgery, blah, 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 again in a markdown format. So this is how you can extract, specific pages as well if you have a need of that, right? Now, the good thing about this that I like, guys, it's built for LLM. So if you are working with some orchestration frameworks like LlamaIndex and LangChain, you can also extract documents for them. So let me just write it over here. Extracting documents for LlamaIndex. And if you're familiar with LlamaIndex, it has been used because it has very good data pre-processing capabilities. They have tons of document loaders, chunking strategies, and so on and so forth, right? Now, so of course, you first have to install LlamaIndex. So let me just do that. Pip install LlamaIndex. You can do the same thing for LangChain as well, guys. That basically these are the orchestration frameworks that you will be probably using it for building your Gen AI applications, that can include RAG chatbots, that can include AI agent workflows, and so on and so forth, right? So you basically need these documents in this particular format based on the orchestration framework that you are using, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write llama reader, okay, a variable, and in this llama reader I'm going to say PyMuPDF, and you can see it over here. It's not Llama Index Reader. What I'm going to do is I need Markdown because I prefer working with Markdown, guys, because that's the best format to work with. Because most of the time I have found good success while building efficient chatbots when I get the data in a Markdown format as an input or a context, right? Now you can see it says successfully imported Llama Index. Now we can just give that file, Llama docs, and in that I'm going to say llama reader dot load data and pass the input.pdf. It will show you some it will definitely show you. You can see it all the files that it has done. These are all compute. You can basically get you can also get the length of it. Hopefully if I just do what we can just get print to find out how many documents, okay, are compatible, so you can just get it, okay, llama index compatible data, and you can just get the length of it, llama docs. Okay. And let me just write llama docs, and you can find out the llama index compatible data, like the three that you see, right? Now you can also find out some of the basically the LlamaIndex and LangChain have their own way of defining these metadata and documents. So what I'm doing is, of course, this is fine, but let's get the text of it. So I'm going to do text, and let's get like, yeah, this is fine. So if you do this, it gives you the 100. You can see right over here. If you make this 500, it will be, it gives you what kind of format, right? If you look at this, the same markdown, but now this data is ready for llama index based workflows or applications. So this is how you can do it based on your orchestration framework. The next thing that we'd like to understand is how we can extract image, right, from it, because you will be working on multimodal RAG applications. So the next is extracting images. Now this is very interesting. So what I'm going to do is md text underscore images, and then it has the same thing markdown, but then here we will pass a lot of input params. So if you look at here, I'm going to use my doc, which is nothing but the input PDF. You can take any other files as well. That's the file I have handy. I want to find out there are three pages, so I'm going to do 0 to 2. And page chunk, yes, I need the page chunk. Let me just do page chunks equals true. So page chunks are true. Then I'm going to do right underscore images, and that needs to be true as well. And then I'm going to have an image path. So image path equals images. And then I have image format, which is PNG. And then I have DPI, which is like 300, right? Now this is how you, I think this is wrong, excuse me. This will be equals pages. Now I'm saying image path images. It will create a folder over here in the left hand side and basically image format PNG and DPI 300, which is the pixelation value. And then you have page chunks and you have pages, right? Now what I'm going to do is run this. So when you run it, you can find out it creates an images folder, and within that images folder, you can find out there are two images in the PDF. You can find out these images. Now, what you can do when you work with multimodal models like QN2 or GPT-4o and so on and so forth, maybe not with closed source model because they have out of the box support. But when you're working with open source multimodal models like QN and Llama 3.2 and so on and so forth, you need to basically vectorize this data, basically creating feature extraction using Colpally, or Colpally uses a lot of feature extractions models like clip and siglip and so on and so forth. This is very important, guys, to work to extract images and then also vectorize those further. Now what we can also do, we can chunk data and extract with metadata as well. So I'm going to write here chunking data and extracting it with metadata. If you are building advanced applications, you need these kind of things to deal with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an md underscore text, or let me write it chunks. So just see how I think they have done like almost everything, of course, and they would have taken code from a lot of other repositories. That's how the open source development happens, right? But the credit goes to them that they have given high level abstractions that basically we can work with. We do not have to reinvent the wheel, right? And that's what the beauty of this tool. Now I'm going to do is input PDF, right? And then pass the pages, and in the pages I'm going to have all the pages that I have, and get me the chunk, right? 0 and 2, and then page chunk true. So when you do page chunks true, and you can define a lot of other params, so you can just go ahead and have a look. And now what I'm going to do is you can see the page chunks. It takes a bit of time. Now I can just print that, right? So print md text, and let's have a look at the first one. So md text chunks, and the pass that. You can find it out the metadata, right? Format, it gives you everything, guys, here, uh, documents that you can see the text out, etc. Right? Now this is how you can do the chunking data with metadata. You can also get detailed word by word extractions, if you want. Let me show that. When you are building named entity recognition kind of an applications, which are very important in natural language use cases, you also need word by word extractions for this, right? So that's what I'm going to do here. md underscore text underscore words, and we're going to use the same markdown. So we're relying on markdown. Okay, everything that we do needs to be in markdown. So docs pages are fine, page chunks are true, word by word. This is not word by word, so let me just write, use the same code that I have. So write underscore images, so write underscore images will be true, blah blah blah. Okay, right, image is true, and you give image path images, you have DPA. Now what you're gonna do is you use an input, yes, extract words, and that has to be true. That's what we do here, right? So image path images, and you have PNG DPI 300, and let's just do that. Now when you do it, you can just come here and say, okay, print, and I'm gonna say md underscore text underscore words, and then here I'm gonna pass my words, and then pass this. You can find out your words with, you can see it over here, word by word extraction. Fantastic, right? A lot of use cases that you will deal with. We can look at this word, gastroesophageal, and then you have surgery, so on and so forth, right? Fantastic. Now we can also extract tables. So most of the time we'll be working with OCR use cases, right? Or where you have documents we want to digitize, and it has a lot of tables with the invoices. So how can you deal with it, right? That's the question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have md text tables, and probably I need a PDF. So I'm going to do is PyMuPDF4LLM.to markdown, I don't need all of this. I just want to pass my docs, right? When you do that, PyMuPDF docs tables, it basically process the tables. You need the document. It automatically finds out the tables within that document. So that's what I'm going to do. Not input. I need a invoice. Let's get an invoice. Sample invoice PDF. Let's take this invoice, guys. So I'm just going to download this invoice in my downloads folder. Come here, and uh, just upload this file. Okay, so you can see I've uploaded this file. I'm going to rename this to tables PDF or something. You can see tables PDF, and I'm just going to replace this with tables PDF. And then I'm going to have MD text tables. And you can find out this tables, such a beautiful, right, over here. So when you can use some markdown to text kind of thing, right? Can I paste it here? Let's see. And look at the table. Fantastic. Right. So you can, of course, have a look. So you can get tables, you can get images, you can get word by word extractions, you do chunking with metadata, you build it according to your orchestration framework libraries like LlamaIndex and make the document ready. This is what I wanted to do in this video, guys. I wanted to cover the newly released PyMuPDF4LLM, which is very different than PyMuPDF. We have used a lot of tools, PyPDF, PyMuPDF, feeds, and Tika Reader, and so on and so forth, unstructured, but this is the best that I have used in recent times. So I recommend you check it out, use it, and let me also know how are you utilizing PyMuPDF for LLM. Completely open source, free. You do not have to pay a single penny. If you use LlamaParse, you have to pay it after some free credits. So let me know your thoughts and views in the comment box. This notebook will be available on my GitHub repository. I'll give the link in description. That's all for this video. If you like the content, please hit the like icon. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, please do subscribe the channel, guys, and share this video with your friends and to peer. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.